and welcome to episode 10 of the Flying Yak podcast. Today is Friday, August 5th, 2016. I'm your host, Chantel Belil. You can find me on Instagram at _flying_yak. This week, I moved, it's been 2 weeks since the last recording, because last week I was about 24 hours into having moved and needed coffee and a break. So, yeah, I'll talk a little bit about Toronto. I have a lot of whips. I have some FOs. I don't have any spinning. My spinning wheel is still in the suitcase. I just got it yesterday. My mom brought it. A friend of my mom's brought it from Ottawa, so it hasn't been built yet. And I snapped my drive band on the last day of having my spinning wheel, because I was spinning a bunch and I was trying to get as much spinning done as I could, and I snapped it. So I need to go and get my drive band replaced. What else? Toronto's been lovely. There's so many yarn stores, it's insane, and there's so much yarn that I just didn't have access to, or that's just new to me, or that's locally dyed in Canada, so you'll be seeing a lot of Canadian yarns. Hopefully, I'll probably buy a lot. Next weekend, I will be going to the Twist Fiber Festival in Saint-André-Avelin, Quebec, which is, I think, half seas away between Montreal and Ottawa-ish. Not 100% sure where it is. I wanted to take, of course, this is typical. I wanted to take the rug hooking class, and it is the only class that is sold out. And then I also wanted to take the bob and lace class. Those were the two that I was teetering on, so I didn't order one. And the bob and lace class was canceled. The rug hooking class is the only class that's full. But the classes were $200, or the class was $120. I was like, that's not that bad. And then it was an extra $80 to get your rug hooking paraphernalia. So I'm kind of glad, because that's an extra $200 I can probably spend on yarn and fleece and top and stuff at the festival. But I'm a little upset that I couldn't get my poop in a group and sort that out. It's okay. I'll teach myself how to rug hook at some point. I was looking at rug hooking stuff on Pinterest 3 a.m. yesterday, so I'm really into the idea of starting rug hooking a bunch. Oh, sorry, my phone is on the same table as the laptop. I hope it didn't go crazy. What else have I been doing in Toronto? I've been upping my ramen game. Ramen. Everybody needs to get on the ramen boat. I've gotten ramen twice in the past 2 weeks, which is about how much I got it in Reykjavik, but there's only one ramen shop in Reykjavik. So I'm kind of trying to get all the different kinds of ramen. I went to Momofuku, which is my favorite restaurant in the world. I go there every time I come to Toronto, and now that I live a 15-minute walk away, I might be eating a lot of Momofuku. If anybody hasn't seen the Netflix or the PBS series, Mind of a Chef, the first season is all about David Chang, who's the chef who runs Momofuku. And he's a Korean American who's really into bacon and makes a lot of ramen. So I'd recommend it. That's how I got really into ramen. It's very good. Super duper tasty. That's about it. I haven't watched Stranger Things yet. Everybody's you should watch Stranger Things, the new Netflix series. I have no idea what it's about, but I know I should watch it before somebody tells me what it is. That's I've just been consuming media and sweating. It is so warm here. It is considerably warmer here than in Reykjavik, so I'm kind of getting used to the summer slowly but surely. I cut off about 6 inches of hair because I was just way too warm. I was gonna cut it all short, but I don't like the weird growy outy phase. I kept it Taylor Swift length, which is my go-to. Oh my goodness, while I was at the hairdresser, I went to Kensington Market, which is the hip, not even air quotes, it's super hip part of town. And the whole time, I was there for an hour, and they only listened to Drake. the whole time. I'm like not even kidding. Like an Eminem song came on and they were like, no, we're not about this, and they changed it back to Drake. So there's a lot of Drake going down. Let's get to knitting. I've been knitting not that much because I just have been like walking around and doing the whole Toronto scene and pickling. I spent the day yesterday making pickles and lard from scratch. You can go to your local butcher and ask for pig's fat, and they'll just fish it out of the garbage and give it to you. So I got lard to make pie and pickles up the wazoo because I've never had access, or I haven't had access to like vegetables in ages. So I made 4 cans of pickled corn and 2 cans of bread and butter pickles. So we'll see how that goes. I hope they're tasty. I spent like $20 on vegetables yesterday, hoping to get some pickles down. It'll be tasty. Yeah. If anybody's curious, 1 cob of corn has just over a cup of corn on it. I had no idea. The recipe called for like 7 cups of corn. And I was like, I wonder how many corns that is. And I bought a half dozen. I was like, I can just shift the recipe to be whatever. It was exactly 7 cups. So I got my corn's worth. I made 2 quarts of corn. So like 2 liters-ish of corn pickles. I'm very excited. Yeah, so knitting. I'm still working on the sweater. You'll notice it now has a sleeve. So I don't know if you remember from last week, but I'd started the sleeve and I'd gotten like through the first 5 repeats of stripes, and then I'd noticed that I'd actually continued on 5.5 millimeters instead of 6 millimeters. That's the size of the rest of the sweater. So it's a very long sleeve. It looks ridiculous. It's just because it's a crop sweater, so it's meant to be short and finish like right on the belly button, and the sleeves go all the way to the wrist. I did like 10 rows of ribbing and an I-cord bind off because I'm in an I-cordy mood. I'm all about that Stephen West look. I like the I-cord. I think it's very finished. It's weird. We'll see. So I'll just tack it down so it finishes like nicely instead of being a gap. I haven't started. I kind of started my second sleeve, and I think I have like 8 stitches more than I had on my first sleeve, so I kind of just was like, well, screw that, and then stopped. So I have maybe an afternoon of knitting left on this sweater. It's out of Debbie Bliss, Faced Leicester Aran. It's kind of my own pattern. It's just a top-down raglan where you increase every other row on the like bust and back and every 4th row on the sleeves, so you don't get as big in the shoulder. And then you just knit straps. I can't remember what the colorway names are. I just bought them because they were on sale when my local yarn store in Reykjavik closed. There's like a really nice red, a very tonal pretty blue, and a tonal yellowy color that's coming across really brown. Here it's yellow. It's a camel yellow. Like it looks very camel on camera. It's like a wheat color. I have to get this done. This is like one of those dash things. I'm gonna add it to the like Ravel Linux and have it. I'm gonna have so many things that are just like things I cast on before the opening ceremony. So the Ravel Linux is like it's on Ravelry. It's the Ravelry Olympics. So for the Olympics, you try and knit an Olympian quantity. And also Stash Dash with the Knit Girls, where you try to knit as much as possible during the summer, finishes on the last day of the Olympics, so the 15th. So I'm going to try and get that done. Yeah, I'll try and get that done. That's another sweater I want to get done. It's going well. It's pretty. It's super cute. I tried it on because it's top down and I can, and it looked really cute. I just need to figure out the stitch problem with like, I don't know how I have like 8 more stitches when there's only 30 stitches on the needle. Maybe it's like 4 and I'm just being weird, but yeah, this is the yarn. I'm recording on my bed and it's weird. As you can see, kind of, there's a railing next to me. It's a big loft apartment. And this is outdoors, but So there's no space that's closed off in our apartment. So there's no bedroom door, there's just the bathroom. That's the only like solo place, but the lighting isn't very good in the bathroom. So I've just forced the boyfriend to wear earbuds so I can record my podcast. But I could like look down through the glass and see my boyfriend sitting on our couch. It's a really nice apartment. I really enjoy it, but there's not much like solo space. I didn't know this was in here. I found some blanket squares. I'll talk about that later. But next up on the needles is what's it called? I'm sorry. I didn't write down the name of the shawl, and I keep on forgetting what it is. It's the sedimentary. I don't know why I can't keep this name in my head. I can like recall all of Stephen West's patterns, but it's this one. I got a new iPhone, by the way. Look at the cute case. Alright, yeah. So it's this shawl, which is a part of the yarn along with Stephen West. So he made like a yarn club. So I finished a little bit more of it, a little bittle. It's getting bigger. It's really cute. If I hold it up against the white, I love having this white wall here. This is lovely. Then you can see that there's orange. So I reversed the colors. This color is called Raku. It's like a gray-y pinky. It's gray with dots of like bright pink. And this is Tapestry, which is supposed to be the main color. So I just flipped them. This one's really pretty, but I don't know, this close to my face was a little too red. This one's much more neutral. I like having neutrals close to my face, unless they're like neons. But I haven't worked on this much on this one, just because I know I'm not going to finish it in time for Stash Dash. But yeah, this is the right side. I'm really enjoying it. It's very pretty. I like all the eyelets. The eyelets are huge, so they really work out well. I haven't been making too many mistakes either, which I'm really pleased with. It's like a thinky knit, but it's not like too thinky. So it's gonna be on the needles for a little bittle. This is in my Fat Squirrel bag. What? The granny bag came along. I'm so glad I brought this with me. It's my favorite bag. Yeah, I'll keep it forever. I need another Fat Squirrel bag. Oh, she has an update tonight. I have a reminder on my phone being like, Shalta, you should buy a new bag. And there's really cute bags. There's one with Luna moths, which I will purchase. Spin Farm has bags on her shop right now that have chickens with polka dots. And then the lining is more polka dots. And they're like $20. I really want one. They're so cute. I'm being really weird. I don't think knitting bags are a priority. I'm currently unemployed. I still haven't found a job. If anybody has a yarn shop job that is open in like an hour driving from Toronto, hit me up on like Twitter or something. Hit me up on Snapchat. I have the best Snapchat. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's just my name, all one word. I love Snapchat. It's crazy. Alright, so that yarn was Walk Collection. It was one of like club yarn colors. So this is my next sock. It does not have a pattern. I just kind of designed it myself. It's coming across very, very orange. It's not nearly this orange. The lighting today is very yellow. I think my light bulbs are super yellow. I might try and sit downstairs next week where there's more sunshine and then get the boyfriend to come upstairs. But it's just a slip stitch pattern. I don't know where my sock blockers are. I don't even know if I brought them. There's no way of knowing. With an Eye of Partridge heel, which is super cute in this variegated. And then down the fit, there's this like V of slip stitches. So I didn't really like how it looked in the stocking yet. It pooled a bunch, which I'm not a huge fan of. So yeah, slip stitches are very cute. I just started the second one this week. It's my like not thinky knit, but it's a little too thinky. It's a thinky sock. I don't like thinky socks. No, thank you. So this is what I have left. I always get this like squash shape on my yarn balls. I don't know if it's because I want them too tight I do wind them pretty tight when I do it. So I should probably try and wind them a little bit looser because it just kind of cones and gets really tall. Like, it was originally this tall. It just kind of grew. But it's super mushy. I highly recommend this yarn. It's from Zen Garden. It's in the Desert Dune colorway. I'm knitting it on 2.25. I think these are Hayas. Oop. Yeah, they're wood. I usually don't knit on wood needles, but it's cute. They're lovely. So I would recommend these. They're the 9-inch circulars, so I usually knit my socks on those until I get to the heel, and then I'll work the heel flap in magic loop. But yeah, that's that sock. It's a sock. I don't have any vanilla socks on the needles right now. I don't know what's up. I think I've been working transition. I've been working on my Cozy Memories blanket, which is sock yarn, and it's not thinky, so I think that's replaced socks for the minute. I want to say I wasn't that into the Cozy Memory blanket. I worked on it like for a week, and then I was done. So I'm gonna take a break from it just because this is the Cozy Memories blanket. It's just little squares that are mitered and they're like picked up. So mine are all knit independently because I wanted them to count towards Stash Dash because I'm just literally insane. But look at this stack. I've gotten so many squares done. Look at all these ends. I hate weaving in ends. But yeah, they're mostly mini skeins from Nicole C. Mendez. So like self-striping. I'll just hold them all up while I talk. And they've been really great to work on. They're really pretty. This is the sock yarn for the sock I just showed you. It looks really good in this. I'm gonna probably make like 3. But they're gonna be a paint. This is Madeline Tosh. It's super orange. It's not this orange in real life. Opal. Petite Prince colorway. I made 2 of them just because they look very different. This is one I made last week. This is the sock yarn I was telling you guys that I bought. Yeah, everything's flushing out. I don't know what's wrong. It's hot pink. It's not red. I'm gonna record in a different spot. I wanted to record on my balcony, but it's pretty noisy. It's so sunny though. This one. There's so many. This one's really awesome. I love this color combo. I would never ever put orange and lime and like violet, but it works. Yeah, I got a lot of these done. I kind of need to pick up to put them all together, and I want to do a cool design, so I need to pick them up really particularly. So I'm kind of avoiding making more at this point. I got my kick out of it. I finished it, and now I'm done until I can work on it after Stash Dash. So this is gonna probably get shelved until September or like the end of August. I don't even know how many I made. I think that was like 16-ish. They're so smushy. They're so fun to just squish because they're garter and fingering sock weight. And they're lovely. Absolute joy. They each take about 3.8 grams of yarn, depending how long I make the tail. This is like 12 meters each. So I got like a pair of socks done of yarn. They're super squidgy. I've been keeping these in my bathing cap bag. I do have another one here. Oh, I lost a needle. I don't know where my other straight needle is. But this is one that's almost done. I don't know why I didn't finish it. That's really weird. I don't know. And you just work decreases along the middle. And it looks like a little baby stingray. Because it has the little tail and everything's adorable about it. I'm really looking forward to this blanket. I think it'll be outstanding. It'll look really good. Our apartment is super white. My old apartment had like teal walls in the like common area and then a yellow kitchen and a green bedroom, and this place is just like white on white on white on white with wood accents, so it's a little too white. I'm gonna add some color to this thing. So inside I have a bunch of little like tennis ball, golf ball sized extras. Oh, that's the tail that's going there. So it's really fun. I can just like pick one out and go nuts. So they're all mini skeins. They're about 10 grams. So I can get 2, maybe 3 out of each one. I even have some little like hand spun leftovers. I don't know where the hand spun square is. I made one. I didn't really enjoy. Oh, there it is. It's at the bottom. So this is a hand spun one that was so pretty. Look at it. It's a little bit smaller than all the other ones, but it'll stretch. I'm not worried. So it's a little gradient one. I think it's beautiful. I'm very pleased. Yeah, if I hold it up on top of another square, a wee bit smaller. Yeah, just like a ½ inch. But I'm gonna, like, picked up together. I'm not too worried. Finally, my last whip, as I went and applied for jobs in every yarn store in the city, I bought a thing at every yarn store in the city. By every, I mean only 3. The 3 that are closest to my house that I don't need to, like, do more than bicycle to get to, I applied for jobs at, and then I'm gonna apply for jobs at, like, other places as my life moves forward. Or as I settle and just frigging buy a car. But, yeah, I bought some lace weight, and I cast on the Bridgewater by Jared Flood. It's this, like, hap, which are super popular right now. I feel them. They're very cute. This one's white on white, and I didn't want to cast on a white one. So I bought 2 skeins of Manos del Uruguay in the Marina. Marina. So this is a yarn company that's very lovely. It's 100% superwash merino, 800 meters, 100 grams. Lace weight. It's so soft. It's, like, beautiful. It is wonderful to work with. This color is the Rosa colorway, and this one that I've already started working with is Ciruela. It means plum in Spanish. I googled it, like, right before I started. I also finished a row right before I started because I know what I'm about. I'm an experienced podcaster. I'm making some, like, decisions as I go. So how it works is you start at the bottom point of the square, then you knit like this, increasing, like, along every side, and then, like, increasing by 1 at the start of every row as you go across, and it gets longer and longer and longer and longer and longer. And then you have, like, 205 stitches. And then you decrease at the start of every row until you have 1 stitch. And you just work your way all the way back up. So I'm still working on the start of it. So this is in the Ciruela. It's just garter stitch. It's super duper pretty. I'm really enjoying it. It's beautiful colors. I used the more variegated one for the garter middle, so I have 2 stitch markers. This one is 2 before the end, and this one's like 6 before the end. And between the 2 stitch markers, there are 150 stitches. So I only have like 25 garter ridges left before I get to the middle, and I have increased enough. But it's getting longer and longer. The little biddle triangle at the beginning was lovely. It was so much fun. This is great because, like, you're going uphill and you're going, and it's getting tougher and tougher and tougher and longer, and it's still lovely. It's wonderful. The fabric is delightful. I'm knitting with does this one have it printed on it? It's only printed on 1 needle. Oh, I didn't know that. So if I put my hand, it's 3.5 millimeter Chagu lace. I think these are the lace tips. I don't know. They're the pointy ones. I don't like that they have the bend join. Not a big fan of that. But because the yarn is so slippy, it's not really a problem on this project. It has one of those, like, steel cable wires like Chagu has. I really like that. It's going well. It's adorable. I'm really enjoying it. I just have this dilemma where what I did was I went on Ravelry with the, like, fancy schmancy search, and I typed in 1,600 meters of lace weight, and because that's what I have 1,600 meters, or, like, almost 2,000 yards, or 1,950 yards, and so I just typed in, like, pop, pop, what uses that? So the Bridgewater uses 1,800 yards, and so I assumed, okay, it used 1,600 yards. So I have, like, 250 yards too many, so like, rad, that's perfect. I don't mind having that much too many, it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Let's do this. And then I just assumed that the middle square section, yeah, so you work this middle square section, and then you pick up along each side, and you work a lace in the round, and then you work applied edging bind off, so a little bit along each side. So I just naturally, my brain just went, oh, well, it must be half and half, so it must be the first 800 yards for the middle, and then the second 800 yards for the around. So I assumed I could make the middle in the red, and then do the lace around in the pink. But that might not be correct. Like, it could be like 600 yards for the middle, and then 1,000 for the lace, and then I'd run out of pink and have to buy another one. Which isn't really a dilemma, but I'd rather, like, not. Because there's so many nice colors with this yarn, like, I'd like to get them all. So, I have a dilemma. But I luckily figured it out before I finished the square. So now I'm thinking, oops, oh no. It got caught, there we go. So, don't worry, it just got caught in the ring of the stitch marker. I'm thinking I increase up to the magic number of stitches to get the widest point. And then I do the second half of the triangle in the pink. So then it looks like a Pokeball. Pokemon themed, that's what everything is right now. And then I work the lace on this half of the square along the edge in pink, and on the other half of the square in red. And I think that would look really cute. And I could do like, I could work back in purl stitches because there's a rest row on the lace, so I wouldn't have to do double-sided lace. So I might do that, and then seam along the corners. That could happen. I think that would look cute. I think that's what I'm thinking about doing. I think that would be really adorable. Or I could just make it so that this is only getting bigger and bigger and bigger until I run out of yarn in the red, and then I just pick up along two sides and make it like a triangular shawl and just work like that, and then make a really long lace thing, because it's just 6 rows, I think, the repeat on the lace, so I can work it until I run out of yarn and then do that and have a triangular shawl. I'm super indecisive. I'm gonna make my decision once I get to the halfway point of the triangle and just be like, I think I'm gonna do the like mirrored look. I think that would be cute because it would be like a modern twist on a very traditional Shetland style construction. But we're gonna see what I do. I cast this on Wednesday after I finished my sweater. I will show you in a bit. But so it's going well. It's really speedy. I went to see The Secret Life of Pets last night at the movies, and it was not that good. Not great, but it's okay. I've come to terms with it. Anything with what's his face, Hart? Stephen Hart? Something Hart, the black guy. Terrible. Don't like him. But short. That's the only. No, it's not. He's short. He's just a bad actor. But yeah, this has been going very smoothly. I got this yarn at the Purple Pearl, which is in Leslieville, right across the river in Toronto, and I'm looking forward to it. I didn't put this one in the ball because as soon as I put it in the ball, I lose the tag. It's a 1-to-1, like it's always happening. So I just didn't. I wasn't sure if I showed you guys this sweater last week. It is the Briquette sweater by Alicia Plummer. I did finish one sleeve. I don't know if I finished that since last week, and I am not a person who goes back and rewatches their own podcasts. I have a sleeve left, and there's a hood. I don't know where I put the last skein of yarn. This could be on the needles for a while. It might be in my stash bag. We'll see. So I'm not going to dwell on that much longer. That's going to happen eventually. I don't know if I'll work on it right now. But sweater, finished sweater. I don't know how much yardage I used. I just took it out. I took it off the balcony from drying in the sunshine yesterday and this morning. Look at it. None of the ends are moving in. And I knit my stitch markers into the collar so I can clip those off later. But look at it. I'm so pleased with it. So it's A-line with a garter edge. The garter kind of laid flat a little bit. It might need to be ironed or something. I don't know how to iron things. It just looks wrench. That's my theme. So the pattern calls, so you knit like the front panel with the sleeve and the back panel with the sleeve, and the pattern calls for like essentially 6 miles of Kitchener. And I'm not that person. I will not do Kitchener for more than the 8 stitches on a toe. So I actually did, you can't really see it. It's really flat, it's still beautiful. I did a 3 needle bind off. I'm not gonna do a sewn bind off across like 200 stitches. It called for like 100 inches of a tail to pull through, and it's Brooklyn tweed, so it's super super drifty. But so you wouldn't be able to like pull it through, and I don't know. It wasn't my scene, so I just decided like it's okay. I'm just not gonna do it. Sorry about the crinkle. I'm looking for the other skein. There's some way in here. I have a box just next to me where I brought everything upstairs. So I have a bunch of leftovers, which I'm probably gonna make like a cute hat with or something. I think I have like this plus a little bit. So the pink is, the pinky reddy is, it's not even a pink, it's like a light red. There's a difference. It's not purpley. So this one is Camper. This one is Long Johns. It's in Brooklyn Tweed Loft yarn. I knit it on 3. It's like a fingering to sport. It's called a fingering, but it's actually a sport weight because of how lofty it is. So it's by Katrina Eckerdahl. Katrina, Carolina. I'm so sorry. It's the Stratum sweater. I kept on forgetting the name of the sweater the whole time. It looks really cute on me. I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably going to wear it with like a pair of leggings because it just falls like halfway down my butt. It's very cute. So I'm going to wear the shiznit out of the sweater once it stops being 30 degrees out every single day. So I'm glad. It's like it's Project Sweater Chest. There's like a pattern here where there's a V that goes along in the garter. I didn't block it in a way that would show that. Probably, yeah, once you wear it, it shows more. But I do not care. I wanted this sweater done. It's done. I enjoyed knitting with this yarn. It was my first time knitting with Brooklyn Tweed. And that's that. Like, nothing special to say about it. It wasn't wonderful. The colors work super well together. I love this yarn for like the flecks of tweediness in it. Like you can see some like speckles and stuff, which are super fun. But I don't think I would work with this yarn soon. I like a yarn with some grab, but this might be a thing that gets put away. I don't know how much I'm gonna wear it. So, on for the third Stephen West shawl of the show. I finished my dotted rays. So I finished this on the flight over to Canada. Oh my, okay, we start at this end. It's huge. Look at it. I'm super pleased. I haven't even blocked it. This is the unblocked size. It's outrageous. So I finished I think I had the yellow square done last time. Yeah, I did. I definitely had the yellow square done. So now that it's off the needles, you can see how like ridiculously large it is. I worked like 2 rows of each color. Just funsy for a garter section here, which I thought would look cute. It does look cute. I'm very pleased. I think it makes a nice edging. It's a little chaotic, but it works. I also worked a super stretchy bind off, Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off, I think it's called. It was not quite stretchy enough, but I don't like to like over block my garter. So It's okay. It's super stretchy. I'm super pleased with it. I haven't woven in a single end. Look at these ends. There's just a monstrosity of ends. I'm thinking of I'm doing my Christmas knitting right now. This is my first piece. It is probably gonna go to someone else. Someone who I can find who wouldn't wear this many colors and still be able to pull it off. I think it's super cute. I love it. It's a little scritchy too, because it's from yeah, sorry. This is the dot. I always just start talking and just assume you know, because I've been working on it for 80 hours, that you've been staring at this piece too for 80 hours. It is the Dotted Rays shawl by Stephen West. There's currently an unofficial knit along going on like Instagram. It is beautiful. I'm very pleased with it. I could not be more pleased. I put it away after binding it off. I just left it on my floor and put more crap on top of it because we're unpacking. And I forgot how pretty it was, so I'm very pleased with it. But this was in my Stephen M. Penelope Fine Yarns bag, and I have a few leftovers, which I don't know what to do with. There's very little. There's maybe like a total of 10, 15 grams left. So I had all these tiny balls. I might make some cozy memory squares and just have them be woolier. So this is Gilletrit. If you need spelling, just look at the show notes. It's 100% Icelandic lamb's wool that's naturally dyed and spun fancy and something. It's by Aran Magnusson and her yarn line. I don't know that I would recommend it. It's super duper expensive. If you're into breed specific yarn and you like your yarn to be like, to have some tooth and to be special, I might recommend it. It's special because of its story. It's super hard wearing. I'm sure it will be lovely. It holds lace beautifully. I wish I'd have done like a really lacy pattern, but I wanted to get as many colors as possible of it. I think there are 6 or 7 colors in this pattern. 6 maybe. So I'm very pleased. It's very beautiful. I'm super happy with how it turned out. This end looks a little muddy. Once you get past that, like, there you go. Now it's pretty. I haven't blocked it, so I will block it and then wear it a bunch and then give it to somebody for Christmas. That's how I convince myself to start my Christmas knitting early. The later I do it, the less I get to wear the object. Yes, and the yellow matches my hat so well. I love this shawl. If I don't figure out who would wear those colors, I might keep it for myself. Because I'm a bad person. So, Hager's Sweater of Deadlines. I finished it. It only took me like 6 months, 7 months, a ridiculous number of months to finish sleeves on a sweater. A standard amount of months to finish sleeves on a sweater. It was made out of platypus. It was a commission. I had to switch out the sleeves because he'd been wearing the same sweater for 30 years and had worn a bunch of holes in it. And I finished it. And then I proceeded to not take a picture of it. I bound it off and I like brought it to my boyfriend's mom and I was just like, please take it. Get it out of my life. Did not take pictures of it. Did not weigh it for Stash Dash. So I need to like text his wife and be like, and then I have to explain to her Stash Dash. But if you don't know what Stash Dash is, just go to the Knit Girls blog and listen to a better podcast than this one. So that's that. I need to figure out what I'm doing with Stash Dash. I had a full page of like written out everything that I'd done so far, and then I just left it in our old apartment, and it's gone forever. I don't know where it is. I will figure it out. I'll reweigh everything and figure out what... It's really hard to know what I finished like after the 22nd of May. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna remember. I never remember. I never keep track of it. Maybe through the show notes on the podcast. That might be the tipping scale to help out. But now for a shameful amount of stash adoptions. Just like ridiculous. So there was this skein of his Buddy, which I bought at the Purple Pearl, which I'm going to go back to and sit and have coffee at today. They have a coffee shop, and they have knit night on Tuesdays, and you should go. I will be there. It's really cute. It's so fun. It's everybody from like 21 to like maybe 70. I don't know. It's all ages. It's an all ages party. It's super fun. And then I went to what's it called? Yarns Untangled in Kensington Market, and I bought some lichen and lace, which is based in the east coast of Canada. Look at this cute tag sleeve. It's like sewn. I have never seen that. This is in the amber colorway. It's a 100% superwash merino. 475 yards to 475. Wow, that's a lot of yardage to 115 grams. It's a light fingering, but it's super fluffy, so it's totally a fingering with super generous yardage. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. They just got more of this at the Purple Pearl today, so I might bring this in my backpack and find like a second color to go with it. Or like 6 more colors to go with it, because I have no self-restraint and I'm not an adult. Another thing that goes really well with my hat. I'm really liking this yarn. It's very beautiful. It's very soft. But I feel like it still has the feeling that it would hold up. I'm not going to make socks out of it just because it says a special skein of like Canadian indie dyed squishy. But this is another stash adoption. And then I went to Romney Wool, which is on Queen Street in Toronto. And I bought my face worth of 100% merino. So it's this fun, like, I would call, if it were in natural colors, I'd call it humbug, but it's only different shades of yellow. So it looks like corn on the cob, which I'm obsessed with right now. So I got a half pound, $30. I got 500 grams, 250 grams, sorry, for $30. I'm okay with that. So I have a bunch of it. I also bought this to go with it, because I'm all about IKEA right now. I don't know why, but these two colors just make my heart sing. So I got a solid to maybe ply with, or maybe make a 2-ply lace out of this one, and a 2-ply lace out of this one, and then make a shawl where the body is this and the edging is this, which I think would be beautiful. But I got 100%, I think it's 100 grams. Oh my goodness, no idea. It's a quantity of wool. I'm gonna weigh it before I spin it, just to get it the same weight. It's 100% Corriedale. This is a little bit coarser, but I love spinning Corriedale, so I should be able to get it to the same weight as the merino. I might spin the Corriedale first and just set out like what I'm spinning at. Thickness. It might be like a light fingering 2-ply, because I could spin a 2-ply cobweb. I have that power. Like, it's a thing I can do. I don't have any trouble spinning thin. I have trouble spinning heavier than like a sport. It's not my thing. Like, I have a lot of trouble with that. Thin is not a problem. I just get really bored. And I don't think I could spin 350 grams of like a cobweb. So I'm hoping for a light fingering. That would be really nice. It would be lovely. So this is gonna go together. It's so pretty. I wear a lot of black, so I like my knits to be colorful. Or red. That's all I buy. I was sitting at midnight and I had this sweater and I was finishing it. And then I bought this yarn combination and I put it on my seat on top of it. And as you can see, I bought the exact same colors. So these two. Look at that, it's the same colors. These two are identical. And these two are pretty much, this one's more pink, but yeah, I'm nothing if not a creature of habit. So, yeah, sorry about the super long episode. We're exactly 45 minutes. I always have 45 minutes episodes. I'm always like, oh, it's going really long. I have a few more things. This might be a 55-minute episode. Because it's been 2 weeks, and I shipped a lot of stuff to my mom's house. Sorry, this is in a bag. I'm gonna take it out. It's in a crickly bag, so it's not too bad. I bought my first hobbledehoy shipment. I've been coveting some hobbledehoy forever, and then they had braids, which they usually do bats and batlings, which are mini bats. So I got this braid, and it's called Seeds. It's 100%, I think it's merino silk, 80/20 merino silk. It's called Nuts and Seeds. It was a one-of-a-kind braid. It's like really nice yellows. It's really washing out. I don't like this camera setup. I'm gonna find another camera setup for next week. I'm sorry. But it's yellows and pinks and blues, which are the only colors I knit with. Yellows, pinks, and blues. So I decided, why not put them all in the same braid? So this might get added to my blue. Wait a second. Does this go together? It might. I might do like a color affection shawl and use these three colors. That could be lovely. We're gonna see. I'm not sure yet. There's plastic bags everywhere. I also bought a bat. I'll take it out of the bag. It's also from Hobbly-Hoy. I bought 2 things while I was perusing. It's organic, it's merino wool, organic polyurethane, superwash merino, silk, milk silk, tencel, pulled sari silk, and yarn scraps. It's just pretty much everything. I haven't taken it out of the bag yet. Oh my god, what? It's like a pillow. It's so pretty. I don't know how I'm gonna spin it. I've never spun a bat before. I decided to start with the best bats on the market because I'm a little yarn snob. Ooh, there's yellow in it. You can't tell from the outside, but on the inside there's a bunch of yellow. It's coming across as orange. Everything yellow coming across as orange today. But that pink is true. It's hot. So I'm gonna roll back up this bat so I don't destroy it. I have no idea how to spin this. I'm gonna probably buy a craftsy class that tells me like how to spin long draw. It's something I want to learn. I have another bat that I got with my spinning wheel because she was doing a fiber stash at the same time. I bought my spinning wheel used. So I might try learning how to spin long draw on that bat and then going with the fancy crafts. But this bat is outstanding. And I also got there's this too. So I got a little nugget bat from her in the shipment. So I could learn to spin long draw on this guy. And then, no, it's top. Never mind. I could learn to spin long draw with top and then just try the bat after. It is super pretty. It's like light blues and blacks. It looks like merino, but once it's top, I'm bad at telling. It's soft. It's merino. Could be Cormo. Could be Corriedale. No, it's a little too soft to be Corriedale. Could be not BFL. Could be Corriedale. What else have I bought? The skein isn't skeined anymore. Ooh, this looks tangle-tastic. There we go. Yeah, no, not even last yarn. I bought some yarn from Loghouse Cottage. It's actually the yarn at the top of the card. So I'd never ordered from them before. It's Loghouse Cottage on Etsy, and it's an MCN lace, 2-ply, 525 yards, 80-10-10. So it's merino cashmere nylon, and it's beautiful. Look at this thing. Oh no, not all the skeins are the same. I'm screwed. But yeah, it's super pretty. It's all these lovely colors. I'm very pleased. The blue is a lot more turquoise. It's coming out a little royal. There's some yellow, there's some pink, there's some purple. It's super exciting. This is going to be my Olympic knitting. I'm going to pull up the picture. It is for the Pool and Conquer, the new pattern by Martina Bem. This pattern here, it is absolutely beautiful. It's garter, and then you try and line up all the colors so they look the same. So they make these like pooling stripes like this. It's super pretty. I think my color repeats might be a little on the short side, so it might not work out 100%, but the blues are long and the purples are long, so that might sync it up. Like these ones are only like 1 inch long, so it might not sync up. But here's hoping. I bought 3 of these. They're super soft. I am very pleased. They seem very twisty, but this is what it looks like in the cake. Blue is the predominant color, so hopefully it works. This is my Ravel Lennox cast on. I'm hoping to finish it in 10 days. I have 1,575 yards of yarn, so just over 1,400 meters. I have 2 cakes already wound. This one came out a little wonky, but it's okay. I still love you, cake. So I have 2 of these, and then the third skein I left in the skein so I could, like, remember what the color repeat was. I'll figure it out. They're super pretty, though. Super pretty. So this is going to be a crazy, huge shawl in ridiculous colors. And then my last yarn buy was from this, like, local art store. I bought two skeins of 2 colors of Peyton Croy. So I got this one, which is like a rainbowy marl. Nothing's come across well today. I'm going to re-show you guys all the colors as they come up. And this one, which is a self-striping. They were $6 a pop. So I bought them. They're really fun. I love working with Peyton's Croy, just sock yarn. I bought them because they were cheap, and because in Iceland they don't exist, and I wanted some Peyton's Croy. I think that's everything for this week. I bought a lot of crap. I have no self-restraint. I have 2 packages coming in the mail for yarn that I bought before I moved here. I'm gonna pull it up. I have my final package from the yarn along. I didn't get my second package because of how long it took customs, like a really long time in Iceland to get my package sorted, so I didn't want to risk it arriving at my house after I'd already left and then just not getting my fun package of yarn. So I got my second and third months shipped together in August. So that should ship in 2 weeks. And then I also ordered the, oh my goodness, what's it called? The yellow and white one, because it was yellow and it looks like eggs, which are one of my favorite foods. So I ordered that one, and I think it's 2 skeins of yellow and the yolk, and 2 skeins of the white hedgehog. So I'm really glad I ordered that, because hedgehog is not a thing here. I'm gonna do a lot of hedgehog ordering when I get to Iceland. But yeah, I think that's it for today. My legs are asleep because I've been sitting cross-legged for about an hour. Jesus, this is a long episode. I hope all is well. I'm going to shenanigan around a little bit more. I might not do a podcast next week because I'm going to Ottawa to visit my mom. Twist isn't next weekend. It's the weekend after next. Math. I'm going to visit my mom in Ottawa, and then I might be able to squeeze in an episode before I leave, but we'll see. So, all the best. Good luck. Have fun. Bye.